guys, what's up? I'm back with Mark, and we're going to be talking about when is the best time to change a diaper while at work. All right, so let's talk about that. Hey, Mark, welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah. This is an interesting one now that people have very different styles of how they work lately.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's dive right into this. Okay, what take me through the day, let's just say, let's just set it up as being maybe somebody who has to be to work for nine to five, like Dolly Parton said, working yeah. 9 to 5.
Yep.
Let's set it up like that. Take me through the
Yeah.
best times.
I mean, I think the first change is the one that like really is the one that you have to kind of think about the most
Mm-hmm.
because that'll set you up depending on like what you're wearing. Like if you're wearing something that is, in the day that's fairly absorbent,
Mm-hmm.
you have a fair amount of time, based on how long the workday is. Like you may probably do need a change. I mean, I would say for sure. But you probably should be able to get away with just one, I would hope, if you have a good diaper. So that makes the first one really important. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
thinking about this as far as like what's intuitive and like what you feel like from the perspective of the diaper wearer, like what you wake up and you're like, oh, I need to change my diaper. Like that feels pretty natural.
Right.
Um, but the reality is that if you have breakfast, like, and you should, then the liquid you have then it doesn't last long in you. The gravity of just like standing up for a little bit after not standing up makes a difference,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll end up like at least wet probably before you leave the house.
Right, right, right. But okay, let's take it back because we're talking about 9 to 5, right?
Yeah,
And
this
I,
sets you up. Like
right.
you don't
So
want to, you know.
okay, so we're getting set up. So
Yeah,
pretty much when you leave the house, just make sure your damn diaper is changed, right? Brand new diaper, fresh diaper, right? Before
yeah,
heading out
fresh
the
diaper
house.
and potentially not. If you, uh, yeah, like the first time you use it, like that's not the one you're in, right? So otherwise, like I said, I think if depending on how quickly you do things, you could, if you wake up and you change immediately and have breakfast and go out the door, you could find yourself on the way there, using your diaper, and then you're sort of a little bit behind.
Okay. Okay. So take me to my job right now. You're at your
Yeah.
job right now because it's very important for workers, for employees, because you don't want your employer to see you every throughout the day. You're in, where is Bill? In the restroom. Where is Bill? He's in the restroom. So we need to take people as to how to set it up. We're
Yep.
gonna assume that before you left the house, you had a nice dry diaper. I'm not a morning breakfast person. I do not eat breakfast. I do that intermittent fasting, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who probably just grab a coffee, which is not great for the
Coffee.
right. It makes you wanna you obviously you're gonna wet your diaper more, but most people will grab a coffee and keep on going. They may not have a full nutritional breakfast. So
Right.
let's think that we're at the job already. You're at the job at this point in time. What is it that we should do or somebody should do that their employer is not saying Bill is always in the restroom?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that if you're doing it right, you're probably in the restroom less than everybody else. Like I don't find myself in the restroom that often. um, but uh, it, going to the restroom frequently or being, seen in there, it really comes down to the quality of the diaper that you have and also your comfort with it. I think it's really important for you to, when you're, whichever one you choose to use or whatever you're wearing to work, that's the one that you really know the best. You like, sitting down how wet you are without having to check anything, you just know. And that's the one you should wear to work because the
Mm-hmm.
checking part is what would get you into the restroom, more frequently. Otherwise, or just like a not a very absorbent diaper. So like if you have a fairly absorbent diaper, the only thing that would get you in the restroom a lot is to check it. And
Right.
that's if you go in there to change it, you should average more likely, depending on what's going on, look at changing once a shift or whatever, which
Mm-hmm.
is definitely less than everyone else is going to the bathroom. So you're not going to
Yeah.
be the one going in the bathroom as much. You're going to be probably less than everybody else. But it really just comes down to trust. Like you have to trust the diaper that you're wearing. that means you have to have some experience with it. So it's the one that you probably spent the most time with at home, and paying attention to it and knowing like where the limit is and like where your comfort is with it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to let everybody know that sounds to me like Mark is saying that before he would not recommend that you take a brand new diaper you just purchased today and you, oh, I'm going to go to work and I'm going to wear this because you are not sure about the reliability of
Even the
that.
fit, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like it makes a big difference, like,
Because the
and
leak,
how it,
yeah,
right.
yeah, the leak guard area could be a little loose, and even though this diaper is superb and has such a large absorbency, because the leak guard may be a little loose around your thigh area, it could seep liquid out.
Yep.
And yeah, so I totally agree with that trust and reliability. So you're thinking that with a quality diaper that you've trusted already previously at home and you've done your due diligence, you're telling me that someone should be good for one shift.
Yeah, well, I think that they should be planning on changing maybe once.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but they're
halfway.
still going to need to change. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I mean, it just depends on, again, like if you really end up to work completely dry, it's possible. I mean, it just depends on your comfort level
Mhm.
and that kind of thing. But I would say like plan, if you do all those things right, then I would say just plan for one a day, and then you should be. It's not going to be more than that unless there's extenuating circumstances.
Right.
Um, and then that's the trick, right? It depends on how you get everything to the bathroom and back and all that good stuff. So um, it really depends on like your sort of work
Mhm.
environment,
Yes.
um, and like how you're going to, like, I've done this where you wear a sweater or a jacket or something that's like a light jacket or something like that, and you kind of like tuck a flat one under your arm.
Right. But you know what? I don't want to get into tips because we can come
Sure.
back and we can share some tips that you have used in the workforce that has helped you to just be more discreet with taking it to the restroom. So we're
Sure.
not going to share any right now. We're going to save that for another video as far as tips that you have used, tried and tested tips that our watchers or listeners can go ahead and try out at work. But you made a
Sure.
valid point as far as just bank on having potentially one change, unless you have bowel incontinence, then obviously you really cannot, you can't say I'm only going to change once. But it all
Yeah,
depends
that's
on.
the variable.
Right, that's the variable we talked about right there. Other than that, I totally recommend if you are somebody with urinary incontinence, I would say just what Mark said. Uh, Make sure you're wearing a quality brief. Just make sure. That's the most important part right there. And you've tested it at home, and it's reliable because you've tested it at home. Okay, Mark, I think you, as always, you come with valuable points. I appreciate you so much. Stay tuned, everybody. We're going to come back with the tips as far as how to conceal your diaper, go into the bathroom for changes. Thanks, Mark, again. We'll see you on the next video, guys. If you're new here, subscribe and smash that like button. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Call me a saint, but you know I'm a stranger. All willing